I think that's a very good point to take into consideration. How is this first half going to go? TSM, CT side, are going to be able to lock it down? How is the frustration going to mount on NIP side? Let's see.
We're about to find out here. NIP, terrorist side first. They've got 2 ET grenades and 2 smokes. And definitely feels like it's going to be some sort of execute with 2 smokes instead of 1.
Yep.
And looks like they're going to go fast up long right here. Karrigan, look at this, waiting by the truck. They're not seeing him. He clicks one away, goes for another one, but he's not hitting it. Sipnix is going to get a kill. Forrest takes down Cajun and Freiburg replies, and it is a 2-for-2 trade. And they're still going to be rushing. They're not slowing down, so it's going to be a retake play for TSM.
Yeah, and it's going to be, you know, now if they get the bomb down, let's see what kind of plant they get. They're getting it for long, so that's going to help NIP a bit. Rotation coming in, a 3-on-3. Sipnix is going to be key here. If he can pick off Alu, then that's going to be a lot easier for TSM.
He's ready for it. Takes the fight early, but actually loses it now. There's a lot of control lost here for NIP. That bomb is just ticking away, but Freiburg gets a kill. Forrest with one as well. It's going to be down to Device here. 1v2, and there's not a lot of time. He doesn't have a kit. He takes Freiburg, but he has to try and find Forrest. He goes, picks up the kit, buys a little bit of time, but I think he used as much time as he bought then, and he doesn't have a smoke. He can't actually do this. He goes for it, holds it down. Forrest should be able to get this. He's ducking, and there's the kill. Forrest picks it up for the triple, and NIP are going to win the pistol round.
Yeah, Forrest just showing again, you know, everyone's always hyping him for being really good in the playoffs, and starting off with 3 big kills on that first pistol round is never bad.
Now, that play from Karrigan, we're going to have to just talk about. Did that look like the ace up the sleeve? Something he's been saving for when it really matters, because that's unusual.
Yeah, probably. Maybe they noticed that, you know, it's hard to spot the guy if he's sitting there in that smoke, which possibly is. We've seen before, TSM has been inventing things such as throwing HE nade here in the middle doors, which is going to make a smoke puff and, you know, make it easier for people to cross as CTs.
Very cool stuff. We've seen it in the B-bomb side on that car as well. You can put a smoke up there. Obviously, you guys couldn't see it on the stream, but it's very, very effective. Karrigan did land a leg shot there. There were 2 scouts. There still are 2 scouts in play. And NIP, well, Alu actually going to pick up that kill now on Karrigan. You want to scout against Alu, you have to bring your A game.
Definitely. That's scary when he hits those jumping scout shots. But it's, yeah, they're pretty low. Two of the NIP guys are also pretty low. So next kill, it's huge.
Nice from Alu there. That's going to open it up so much. You can see NIP feel confident now. They've got the 2-man lead and making it actually a 3rd, 4-man lead now. Free, last man standing, tries to put some bullets through. Actually going to be great headshot on Alu. That's making it a slightly better round here for TSM. Just trying to get as much in as they can. And that'll be the end of it. I have to ask you, Alu. We've seen different styles from different teams. Some teams, they seem to prefer to rush when they're up against the pistol scout, just to try and minimize the effect of the scout, but you could run into a stack of pistols. NIP played it super slow and long. What do you think about that?
It can be a scary situation, but they took it slow enough, I reckon. So, and I hate their shots. Basically, if it could have been, it could have gone horribly wrong as well. I would prefer if they would have done it faster, especially against scouts. I reckon going long, smoking off the CT spawn, and flashing and nading on the A side is probably the best strat against all the scouts.
Well, out on long again, the action's going to take place. Great double spray down from Forrest, really doing his best to control it. And Cajun is going to get taken care of as well. So NIP just losing 1 person so far. Not really the end of the world, although decent headshot here on Freiburg. But he's going to... Well, I thought he was going to run long. He's actually going to try and dodge back into T-spawn. They might be able to find him here. That'd be great.
Yeah, he's in trouble unless he does that, what you just did.
There it is.
Headshot right away. It's not a problem to have 16 HP.
Nope. That's one of the big features of obviously a global offensive. But sometimes in you know, FPS gaming called time to kill, probably one of the lowest in all games for Counter-Strike. Definitely really, really important. So 4th round coming up. There is the AWP on Forrest. Not on Alu just yet, but as was pointed out by the panel, that could be a theme later on, and Cajun has his.
Yeah, it's a spawn of Forrest probably that made him throw it to Forrest.
Well, he gets 1 grenade and gets the kill on Cajun.
This is why they did this. They wanted to get the first peek on long. This is going to make it a lot easier for them to play their T plays when they're playing up against 4 instead of 5. That's a very good thing, and people should utilize it more often. Use the spawns for using the op.
Oh, get right. Trying to jump out then, and Sipnix had the right timing to take him out, so back into a 4v4. Obviously a big round here for TSM. This map has switched so much into being a CT-sided map almost. You actually expect to win the majority of the rounds on the CT side, so
yeah,
it's important for the Danish team to stop the Swedes right now.
Definitely, it's just the way that the CT play has progressed lately. People really learn how to play that aggressive play really effectively, and it has led us into a situation where CTs are getting more rounds than the Ts, more often than not.
Look at the setup here. TSM's actually given up control of short entirely.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're hoping as long as they can control long, it's going to be good.
Karrigan's going to be under a lot of pressure. He needs to hit some shots. But he's being smoked off, so...
So they're going to play full retake, and almost like in the pistol round, and that didn't work. But this time, obviously, if they have better equipment, they've won smoke, which could be really important for Device if he's going to have to try and defuse once again.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
It requires a lot of coordination to get these retakes right against really good teams like NIP.
He's going to use it on short instead, try and buy time so they can run up the slope here. Exist hiding in Gandalf. Forest going to take down Debris. Karrigan, Siblings with good kills, but Alu comes in, takes one, takes two. Device goes down, and it's Karrigan alone in a 1v2, and this is almost unwinnable. Hey, in fact, running away is definitely the smartest choice at this point. It gets Freiburg in the face, but Freiburg's going to run away as well. I don't think the bomb is going to kill him either, so 5 health left on Freiburg. Great round from NIP.
Yeah. Great try from TSM. They're smoking off that short, but Alu, which is too strong. Here we see him taking these 2 crucial kills. Without those 2 kills, would have been a different story. So, yeah, basically, it came down to Alu's AWP power securing that round for NIP in the end. And, yeah, TSM playing pretty passively. They're giving a lot of room for NIP here right now. So I would like them to be more upfront, play more aggressively, and really stick it to NIP's face. But at this point, they seem a bit, I don't know. Are they scared? I hope not.
Well, Karrigan seemed confident going into this match, calling the last part of the strats, not the night before, but literally on stage as they were getting ready. So hopefully they're not scared, but they could have thought, let's play standard to begin with. Let's not try and do too much.
Yep.
But they've given 4 rounds to NIP, losing pistol as well. So see where it goes.
For sure. And the more they're going to be down, the harder it's going to be to play more aggressively, because there's always going to be a risk. And that you know, you don't have the confidence when you're down like 0-4, 0-5, or 0-6 to be pulling those aggressive moves.
Now, this is really good stuff from TSM. They're moving up 2 in upper, so they're getting information, but Sipmix is alone here. It's a good kill on Get Right, in fact, and trying to do a little bit more, but they're overwhelming him in the pit. He goes down to Freiburg, can't really seal the deal. Forrest in the middle, good kill. C-set 75, takes a while to get out, but once it's out, it's pretty damn good. Karrigan gets the 1 kill and Exist, tries for a little bit more. This is the one they saved. Cajun with the Deagle kill, they make it around. Oh, there it is. Alu, if he died, that's the bomb down. Yeah. That probably loses them the round.
Definitely, yeah. Crucial miss there. Karrigan. 2-on-2 situation now. Let's see how this turns out.
Let's see, running through right here, Forrest looking for the kill. Or actually, he's gonna dodge back here. What happened? They traded places, they can get Alu. There's no time, they can win the round right here. Cajun does it, and that's gonna be it. Forrest can't catch him, and he's gonna run. What a round, double kill for Cajun. 1 health left.
Yeah, and basically, an eager round win there. Even though Karrigan missed that shot, didn't end up costing them the round. Just, yeah, funny plays, I would say. Back and forth.
That is so close, but now,
yeah,
I don't think it's going to be 1 round, but if you have a lot of those rounds as NIP where it's so close you don't make it, you think that can start to affect you mentally? That you nearly did it, but...
yeah, like we've done before in previous matches as well. I think the thing is that as long as you're getting into those close situations, you know your gameplay's working. It's just about people getting their shots and being on point, basically on their decision making in those small situations. And you know, that's not gonna hinder their confidence, I don't think.
We shall see. NIP still with a really good lead, still plenty of money. So not going to be a big issue just yet. TSM, a little bit different setup this time around. As you can see, they are actually trying to cover short this time, although it's still really far back. Yeah. I think actually if you want to be further up, you need to have 2 people, or you need to play still defensively, just ready to jump down in the CT spawn. But if you want to be all the way up on short, usually you get 2 people up there anyway. NIP 2, actually 3 smokes. One of them about to be thrown, that was Exist. Putting it up there. Oh, this is definitely a trick. I've seen this before. I think it's going to try and boost over. Or Freiburg looking under. What is this? Look at Freiburg. This is the ninja play coming out. It's not for nothing they're called NIP. Device, going to take down Forrest, does this good opening kill for TSM. And Freiburg still waiting. That smoke is going to disappear, and he goes down. Cajun will take him out. Nice trick from NIP, but now they've played that hand. Question is if they could do it again. Sipnik's taking an enormous amount of damage from the Molotov, way too much. And Cajun goes down. Bomb plant, right position, get right. What a flick comes out there. Karrigan gonna go down, and TSM, they had such a good start, and they've thrown it away.
Yeah. That just goes to show the fact that, you know, in the grimmest of situations, NIB players have so much individual skill that they can just turn it around in a split second like that. Get right, just guns blazing, coming in, getting 2 kills, and then Alu get the 3rd, and that's basically the run over.
What could TSM have done differently? Because when you got 2 opening frags, you got that 5-on-3 situation going. What would have been a better setup up in the A-bomb side for Cajun down on long and for Sipnik's up on A-bomb side? Good kills coming in for Katowice at least.
I wouldn't definitely put it on their setups. It was more about the individual performances by Get Right that just demolished them, basically.
All right, well, that's even worse, because it's hard if you can't really change much except let's try and kill Get Right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not always about you doing a mistake. You got to remember, there's always 2 sides to it. So, if someone's just doing a really good, here we see the what I was talking about, the smoke cloud from the HE grenade.
Yeah, pretty damn effective. Interesting use of it as well. Well, they got the boost going on, and that's what we were talking about just before. If you want to go short, generally you have 2 people, partly so you can do this boost, and Cajun
there we go.
picks up assist.
Yeah, I really want to see more of this from TSM, where they dictate the play. They do the early pushes and try to get that first pick, and take the initiative there in that sense. And now they've just done that, and let's see if they can capitalize on it.
They have to. They've got 2 AWPs, but apart from that, it's pistols and armor. And actually, Cajun doesn't have armor, so he's got to be a little bit careful that he doesn't get grenaded or shot in the body for that aim punch effect. It's going to be a B push, it seems like, with the bomb going up her, so no chance it's getting lost somewhere weird on the map this time. NIP don't want to repeat that.
Yeah.
Cajun covering middle. There's going to be a smoke here.
Yeah, Alu, they've sent Alu to peek first, basically, with the up front. He was trying to get the first pick.
Oh, Device opens up. Important kill. Doesn't get the no-scope. He's going to go down. Pre takes 1, turns around 180, but Get Right is going to win that fight. Running and shooting with the AK, which is actually rare, but I think against the pistol in that range, it might actually make a lot of sense to do it. Forrest and Get Right trying to hold on, and TSM, should they go for this?
They definitely should, 3-on-2. But it's still definitely a winnable round for Forrest and Get Right, that's for sure.
And no kit currently picked up on TSM, so they got to go quick if they want to go for it. Forrest, what a headshot. And Get Right takes down 1 more, so it's going to be Sipnik all alone, running in, trying to see if he can catch Forrest. He's behind that box. Sipnik's making some noise. Oh, what a spray! And Sipnik's going to clutch it at the end. Has the time. Picked up a kill in the meantime. Yeah. And TSM make it a 2-5.
Yeah, big rounds. They really need to string this together. Problem is, they're having a lot of casualties in these rounds. They're winning, so their money situation is very dire, even though they just won a round. At the same time, NIP also in money trouble at this point, so this following couple rounds is going to be very, very important economic-wise. If let's see which team is going to be rolling the bank and which team is not.
And 2 C sets, 1 Tech-9, and then 1 Glock on Alu. He's going to be buying an AWP later on, doesn't want to invest too much into these rounds. And Freiburg, characteristically, with the Deagle. This is all pretty much standard, but I do love about NIP, and something I think a lot of top teams actually miss. In these eco rounds, they pick up just the 2 grenades. I think that gives them so many more tools to work with, so I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, definitely, you should do that. Whenever you have the money to buy a flash or a smoke.
And they're definitely going to get a plant here. I mean, Cajun,
that's the plan.
There's no way he can stop it.
That's the idea. So that's when the nades are not going to be even an investment, when you get the plan.
Wow, Alu with the Glock as well, overrunning it. Now he hasn't picked up the AWP. Karrigan has to cover this AWP, but the bomb's going to go down. It's going to be 1 more retake for TSM, and they've not had much success doing it so far. Karrigan realizes I can't play this game all day. I'm going to have to help my team out. Device goes down to Get Right as well. Sipnik's taking a fight. They're jumping down. Forrest leaping off the edge. Then it's back to a 2v2. And luckily, TSM have 1 smoke grenade. That can make all the difference in the world. Faked it once, Karrigan, not sure if someone's over there. He's going to do it again. Sprays out, he goes down. And he can't find the kill. Dupree, oh, this is a nightmare. Flashes in, Exist, he's not coming through yet. It's still being held down, and oh, he gets it. The defuse comes through. And Dupree will even get that kill on Exist. That was an unlikely clutch.
Yeah, and what a weird round altogether. Like, back to start off with, TSM's positioning was weird. And it just led basically NIP on the side for free. They had an offer just watching along, and he got overwhelmed by the Russian ecoing NIP players. And a round where that shouldn't have been even close, turning to 1-on-1 where...
Now, look at Alu here. Long,
Yeah.
but this time he doesn't win it.
Yeah, they like to utilize that good spawn for long, that's for sure. Like every time they have it, they will use it, no matter who's going to be the one with the spawn. But there's always a risk that you're going to lose the duel. But I think it's a worthy risk, though.
Yeah, if you get that long kill on the AWP, all of a sudden it's such a big factor you don't have to worry about anymore. Even though TSM do have other people who can pick it up, you know, you kill Cajun or Carrigan or Device with it. It's generally pretty good on your side. Forrest still with the Molotov in hand, but he's been damaged a little bit, more than a minute left. And they're gonna go out the middle again. Sibnix, here's the smoke, flashed as well. Is he gonna try and go through, or is he just waiting? He's playing right at the edge, but he can't really see them going through. Sibnix tries to do it, he's gonna go down. Device falls as well. Dupree in the back of the side, and he's gonna be gone as well. What a take here from NIP. What went wrong for TSM? Because they actually had a lot of people on that side of the map.
Well, Forrest just got a great pick in tunnels and then another one in B, and got the pick in middle. It was just basically got a couple of seconds situations going in NIP's favor. Again, it was just so small marginals that changed around in NIP's favor.
Would you say that's another downside then of TSM playing that round also passively? Is that the engagement happened on NIP's terms, essentially, like they decide when to start the fight?
Yeah, I do believe that the TSM should probably play more aggressively. They should really stick it to NIP more often. We've seen too little pushes, too little aggressiveness from them.
Yeah, one round where they did it in, I mean, apart from the one where they boosted short, was the one round where they put 2 upper dark, but they had pistols and Sibnix was being killed over at a pit on A. Yep. So maybe they could try and do it with the rifles again. I mean, the ultimate form of aggression that we've seen on this map is actually rushing up middle, which is something we sometimes see Envy do with Shocks just running up there. But I'm not sure I'll expect TSM to do that. They do have 2 AWPs though, and then pistols on everyone else. Look at this, Carrigan pushing Catwalk, missing the shot. You have to hit those, missing once more. There's 2 strikes and third one, and he might be out. Sibnix doesn't get flashed. Dupree with a good kill, but it's swiftly returned and then some. As Carrigan drops with the AWP. Cajun, now's the time. Do they fight or do they try and save the orbs?
They should definitely save the orb. That's for sure. It's a lot of, considering their money situation, they could really use that orb. They don't have a kit. The bomb is ticking. Just run away. Try to defend the AWP, that's for sure.
Talk to me about this now too. When you're going for that A push, let's actually see if Alu, he's going to take down Device here. It's pretty important if this orb is saved actually from Cajun, and he's boxed in as well. I've got a question in a second. Cajun goes down, no orb saved. The question is, when you go for that A push, whether you put 3 people short or 2 people long, or 3 long and 2 short, that's one thing. But this round, NIP had Alu in lower dark. Try and, you know, what's the difference here? Because you're pushing with 1 man less, but you have that guy in lower dark, ready and waiting. And that seems to be really effective at times.
Yeah, his job is basically to wait for an early aggression from the CTs or fast rotation. Or if they're really slow rotating, then his job is to try and lurk into the CT spawn. And he's gonna try and get the picks off from CT spawn, basically.
Oh man, it can be so effective at times. We've seen it, and even this time it seemed to work out in the sense that once TSM were trying to save, Alu was also in a position to go and hunt them pretty quickly. So stuff going on there as well. 11th round, and there's nothing really going on here for TSM.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually wondering if we should try and just like quickly go for a listen-in on TSM. Do you think we can catch them talking about the upcoming round rather than? Actually, maybe we should do it at the end of this round just so we can get a quick listen-in and see if they are planning some aggression or not.
Or double ops or something.
They've been happy about that, haven't they? But NIP seem to be more effective right now. This shouldn't be an issue at all for NIP. They really should be able to win a round like this, even though TSM have the flashbangs to try and see if they can surprise them. Get right does drop a little bit low.
NIP is going to be happy if TSM keeps playing like this. Yeah, they're getting the room to do their executions and run their strats just the way they like. And I think that's a problem for TSM right now. They really need to step it up. They really need to do the pushing.
Well, let's see what TSM say. Nope, we won't be seeing that at all. Well, fair enough. Well, what would you guess they would be saying in that case? Currently currently. Double up setup is back again. That doesn't seem like they're going to have a lot of aggression in terms of pushing.
No, but I mean, still, you know, it's good. It's good that they at least have the double ops. That should be a problem for NIP. And yeah, they really. I do feel that TM really needs the remaining rounds to have a chance here, because I know NIP. They are a really good CT team on Dust 2. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think that's actually the most scary part. I think when the panelists were talking about it, the double up setup mainly effective on the CT side. The fact that they're making it work T side is even better.
Yeah, and they're like they're not doing anything like you know, next level. They're doing very basic things. They're just going and picking off or going short, throwing precise like smokes for definite spots, and just going for the picks. It's not like they're doing any weird fakes and crazy executions. They're just playing by their abilities.
Now look at this smoke here. This is the standard, you know, B-split push smoke, but we see the bomb is over on long.
Yeah.
It should be a big indication that something else is coming. Freiburg's really trying to sell it as well. He's out in the middle, making some noise, throwing some flashbangs.
Yeah, yeah, because NIP has done the B-split a few times here, so they're just trying to sell a fake. But it doesn't seem to have made any movement from TSM, and it's taking a bit too long for my taste.
Ooh, Carrigan, with that kind of opening, it doesn't really matter how much you're selling it in the middle.
Yeah.
It's going to be over at long. He spots the bomb as well. Cajun B going to take down Freiburg, and this seems like a shutdown round for TSM. They needed so much, all right.
Certainly.
Prolonged battle, Device comes out on top. Now it's up to Alu, and obviously he's got no time, so he's just going to be waiting and saving the AWP. There's a lot of money on NIP, though.
The idea from NIP was good, but I do think the execution was poor. They just took way too long on between the fake and the push too long. Just took way too long, and the push itself through middle double doors, they didn't really sell the fake that well either. So just, you know, not a great idea, but just not the best of executions.
Did they need more people middle to sell it? Do you think TSM could hear that it was just one set of footsteps? Or?
I think that, yeah, they needed more. Right? They needed to just push in, and they needed a kill there in middle to make it, you know, believable that there was actually a push in middle coming through.
All right. Well, good job on TSM not falling for it, and maybe NIP can try and sell a little bit better in the future. 4 AWPs in play in total on the map here. Definitely not that uncommon on Dust 2, but it's always a little bit fun to see. Pop flash in on short, and this time TSM setup that they've run once before, I think, with Sipnix up there at A.
Yeah, and NIP playing a very strange style. They're just take it over short, and then as it's been before, TSM is giving them cat control, and that's giving them the room to maneuver and do the kind of strategies that they wish.
They are moving up. Slowly but steadily. Get right holding long, as he almost always does. And the one thing about Get Right down here is his timing. He knows when to push just when it matters. Just when the player that's carrying down there, when he's distracted up at A or up at short, when he's listening to calls for his teammates, somehow Get Right finds the timing for it. 9 times out of 10, it seems. Cage in the pit, ready and waiting. Oh, he's going to miss the flick on Freiburg, and that could have been such a big opening kill. Freiburg checking the bomb site by jumping and realizing there's nobody up there. Sipnix in spawn, trying to see if he can do the damage, but in the meantime, the bomb's going to go down, and NIP are going to settle for having short control, and the plant force short, or at least they should.
Yeah, because they know TSM is on long, so they really have to settle with that short control.
Wow, 2 big kills coming in here from the Finnish player. And Dupree and Device are going to be left with Sipnix, and they don't even want to go for it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot to give up.
Yeah, well, Alu just bringing it again. Nice job there, not good shots. But yeah, it seems to be a game plan from TSM all along to just play a passive A, and they have a lot of belief on their retake. But time after time, they're just getting denied by the opping of Alu, and before Get Right's shooting on their retakes, just basically denying those retakes. But it's a good plan. But at the same time, when you have players like that just hitting their shots, it's going to make it that much harder for you.
So what do you think as an in-game leader, when comes the time, I mean, there's obviously, you have to be confident in what you're calling. You can't have to fail one round and then say, oh, we'll try something new. But there's obviously also a line where you get too stubborn and you stay with it for such a long time that you end up actually losing the half. Do you think with past that mark for carrying, is it time now to switch it up?
I do believe they should, play more upfront and more aggressively, like I've been asking for the whole half, pretty much. But
so you would have done it way earlier.
I feel they should have done it before. I mean, it's easy for me to say when I'm just sitting here watching with X-ray and everything, but it's something I feel like they should have done. But you know, it seems like they really trust in this way of playing, and they feel like, you know, if they just get their things straight, they will win those retakes. But so far, hasn't happened.
I think we're getting a slight glimpse here of Karrigan actually trying to sort of mind game exist, trying to see if he can get into the next level. What INIP going to do next round? Because they got 3 people at B, so they're thinking they're going to go for the mid B split here, and we'll be ready for it. But NIP are actually taking the bomb up short, and this could be somewhat of a disaster. Now it comes down a lot to whether or not Sibnix up in the site can get a bunch of kills. At least one, but preferably 2. And if he gets 1, he has to stay alive after that. He can't just trade.
I do, but it's an understandable decision for TSM to play 3 towards B because of all the B splits that have been happening before. It's not unreasonable whatsoever.
Cajun, it was Cajun instead. Sorry, he goes down, so he does just trade evenly, and I think that's not good enough. I think he had to get a couple of kills, or he had to stay alive, but he couldn't really hide after that first one. Forrest, Wild Flash, gonna take down Sibnix. What a big kill. And he's got the C set out, goes for more, takes Dupree. He's ready with the AWP, he scopes through, he knifes him, oh my god! Takes down Device, he's gonna get gutted, and Karrigan will be alone. 1v3 here, takes the 1 kill. But this is a disaster. Forrest with a quad kill in the round, and one of them a knife.
Yeah. Well, when you have Forrest playing like that, there's not much to say, really. You know, it's pretty hard to retake a site when you have a guy like this holding the double doors, sniping people. So, I mean, what am I going to analyze here? Just great play from Forrest.
Yeah. Now, was that in an NIP playbook somewhere? Was that you know, had they already written that down in the black book somewhere? That, you know,
I'm pretty sure it's down there.
If this situation comes up, just try for the no scope and then into the knife.
Yeah, page 1.
The chance knife. Dupree, very low on health. TSM, last round of the half. They've got no choice. It's armor pistols. This is looking like an NIP ready to make yet another semi-finals of the tournament.
It really has looked good for NIP so far, that's for sure. I feel like they've really been dictating this match. I'm sure they'll be happy with the 10 or 11 rounds they're going to be ending up with here. They have a scary CT side. I've seen it myself in practice, and they're having Alu playing that AWP, and also Forrest backing him up. It's a crazy setup.
I would have been saying that if NIP had only got 6 rounds on the terrorist side here, I think they could have made it work CT side anyway. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that is very true. I was looking at, like, I thought TSM would probably be looking at 8 or 9 rounds, that's for sure.
Yeah, so right now it's got a bit out of control at the moment.
But, you know, never say never.
Oh, and it's only the first map as well. It's NIP's map, so they picked it for a reason. They have the confidence, and that's what they've been showing us so far. 30 seconds left as NIP make their way onto Catwalk. Sibnix with 1, with 2. What a great performance here. He does go down. Cajun, 3 bullets left, and he's finally going to try and reload here, but it's a 2v3. Oh, and there it is. Get right. Last man standing. Device, that draw speed. He's going to go down. If that had been the old C set, it would have been no issue at all. Get right. Trying to AWP. A 1v2, running up here with P250 out, jumping and shooting. He gets 1 more kill, looking for it. He's got him hunted down. Time is up. Oh my god! Garrett, you're gonna be kidding me! He gets the last kill in 1 second left.
Wow. Okay. It's been so far. It's just been individual craziness from all of NIP. I should say, and. Just look at this. 1 second to go and he gets that kill. What are the odds? Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of mathematician we'd need to calculate what the odds are now too, but that is really scary. The crowd, they're chanting now. You can hear them.
That's for sure. It's been a great... It's only for the first half, which is, you know, we still got a lot more Counter-Strike to go here.
Yeah, but that kind of victory, we were talking about this, there are different ways of losing rounds, yeah? If you lose a round where maybe you lose the 2 first entry frags, I imagine it's a little bit easier to excuse yourself and say, well, next time we'll win those entry frags, it'll be different. But when you lose a round like this, time is up. You just have to stand in the corner and you win that round, and it's the round you really need. And Device of all players, actually one of the sort of the key focus player that people are talking about in these major tournaments when it really matters. That wasn't necessarily his fault, but I mean, do you think it's going to impact him mentally that it was so close and then it got stolen?
Well, definitely there was a lot of rounds where I'm sure the frustration could be mounting when you're getting wrecked by individuals, just like we saw Forrest doing before the run where he knifed the last guy and that last round. And so far, you've just seen Alu getting 2 picks on when the rotation was coming in, and those are demoralizing. That's for sure. But I'm sure these guys have been in this situation so many times. They have to be ready to get over it and just move on.
Now, is that a general statement about all pro players, or is that particular to the TSM team? Do you think they are sort of mentally strong enough, or do you think all players at this level could do it?
Yeah, all players should do it.
Should do it. All right, so not 100% confidence, but they should. Well, we're back into the second half, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, you are absolutely right on time. It's TSM versus NIP. It's only the first map here at the last quarterfinals of the ESL One Katowice tournament, and it's going to be a long struggle back here from TSM on the first map, especially when Freiburg decides to explode Carrigan over at long doors, and they're going to fall back. Look at this great setup from NIP here. 3 people, Freiburg, Get Right, and they've got, who's that? Get Right or Alu over there? I think it's Alu. Yeah,
Alu's for the car.
So they got a really big setup going on right now to deal with this. Alu goes down. Big opening from Dupree. They need a little bit more here. Freiburg picking up second kill, and he goes down to Dupree. Dupree's just doing so much work in this round. Get Right drops the bomb as it tries to cross over, and he's in a good position. Oh, what? Oh my God, that's Get Right getting a jumping shot. Kukli style, and Dupree now last man standing 1v3. He's got very little health. He's got 50 seconds though, and the bomb picked up, but how do you fight your way out of this? He has to go for the ace, and Exist will shut him down. That's Get Right. He finishes the last round of the first half and starts it off like this.
Yeah, I think I've seen this before at a previous major.
I believe that we have, although actually I think this one was several levels above it in terms of how insane this was.
Yeah, still, yeah, that was Get Right all along. He got the first kill on the guy that was crossing. That went, the bomb was dropped, and that made the remaining TSM players have to run back for the bomb, made the distraction, and delayed some more time for the rotation. And basically, yeah, Get Right did the. It's looking more like a final nail in the coffin in here in Dust 2, unfortunately, already at this point of the map.
This is very rough.
It's going to be really rough for TSM too.
TSM though. All Tech-9s, they're going to trade. That's a good start for them here. Alu does manage to fall back. He's got the scout and he's ready to jump and shoot. If they get out of that smoke, could get painful. Grenade. Just going to tag up Get Right a little bit, but not too much. Dupree showing his presence on short, and they're still over and long with the bomb, so they still have that presence going on. But we've seen what Alu can do with the scout already. They should not underestimate him at all. And they want to get close and try and see if they can make him fall in the end. He's got the P250, and he will be going down to Sipnix. They have the man lead, and they have a lot of bullets here. Look at this. Forrest will take down one. Device picks up a FAMAS, and Carrigan will come with the kill. It's all going to be down to Get Right. 14 health, and they got the time for it here. 30 seconds. He takes the fight with one. He keeps trying to trade. He wants to fight one at a time. He doesn't want them both stacking up on him. And he's in the side. He's so low on health. 4 left. And they try to do what he just did to them. They're going to try and jump and shoot him. 20 seconds is what it's at. And they go for it. There it is. Device dies with the bomb. 17 seconds. Get Right still hiding. He's a master at this game. He's going to try and do it one more time. Clutch it. Carrigan is fighting, but they're both solo. And Carrigan gets it. What a round from TSM. One that they desperately needed.
That really needed to happen. That was an awkward battle, seriously. Get Right was so low all the way through that battle, and seemed like TSM guys were just not able to hit him. It's like all the bullets were evading him. But in the end, TSM picking it up, and Tech-9 round.
There really hasn't been that many rounds that we could have really cheered for TSM for, but this one's finally one of them. Tech-9s, and they overcome NIP, so it's a start.
Well, now they're up against CZs and Scouts and a Deagle, so...
And Freiburg can be lethal, especially with that Deagle.
Yeah, so... It's not going to be an easy round for them, that's for sure.
Oh, but he does go down to Cajun. They're fighting here. I mean, TSM is not focused on putting down the bomb. They're actually trying to take the physical fight with NIP, and that could be really risky. I'd rather see them try and just fight after the bomb, at least, if you're really going to do it. Forrest moving up with the C set in hand. Close quarters here. And Get Right's going to get a kill with the scout on Dupree. Forrest, he's been lethal with pistols before. We've seen it time and again. Get Right with the second scout kill. Forrest goes for it. He takes down Device. It's all on Cajun. One opening kill, but the bomb, he's not even going to go for it.
There's no chance. I think I did like the TSM strategy of just going long and really pushing it, but the way they just played it after pushing long was not really optimal. Like, they needed to take control of Cat, I felt like. Especially if they're going to plant like that, they need to have a Cat control, which they did not. Which ultimately now may be costing them this map.
I'm going to throw you a leading question now too. Would you say that's one of the classic A bomb side dust 2 problems if you plant in a default spot, having having only control alone like that?
Well, I think it should be a basic rule of any team. If you're going to plant a bad plant, if you're going to plant for Cat, you're going to have Cat. If you're going to plant for long, you're going to have long. Very, very basic things.
Well, I hope everyone is listening up, because it definitely works better. Get-Right goes down. This time he's not going to be allowed to play his games. Boris, though, with one. Alu picks up a kill as well. Device very much flashed. Oh, the knife not going to be this time. Device will stop him with the Tech 9. They still got to check back a sight, because Exist is here, the Swedish captain. It's going to be Alu instead with a triple kill. NIP, they're looking so smooth right now.
They are, and they have so far in this tournament. I think they've been, together with Fnatic, for me, they've been the most convincing team so far. So I'm not, in that sense, I'm not surprised. I was hoping for TSM to really bring their A game, because I know they have it. But you know, it's been rough so far, and now they're opting for the Tech 9s and they're free with the Deagle and with all the flashes and nades. So let's see what they can pull out of their bag.
Yeah, and Get-Right actually pushing super aggressive mid. That's what I was trying to say earlier, that usually we see Envy do that. Shocks or someone else will push up like that.
Yeah.
Get-Right's feeling it.
I don't think this was the right situation to do that, actually. I think this was the worst situation to give it to them. Like, because that's the risk he was taking, giving out the weapon. Because they are 14-5 up. You don't really need to do that risk.
And of all teams, NIP seems to be the most restrained in not taking those risks, even though they're feeling so good. They must be feeling so good. But they usually keep their emotions under control and don't let it run away with them.
I think they are actually changing a bit of their gameplay lately. Now that they have Alu, they're playing more relentless. They're playing more with risk.
Is it what happens when you add Finish to the mix all of a sudden?
Well, maybe that. Maybe it's also a conscious decision.
Well, flash in the corner here. Forrest can't see a thing. Exist has gone down. Cajun, what a great double opening here. Tech 9 in hand, and NIP, they run away. And look at that. And not just the rifle that Get-Right gave up, but they actually get the AWP as well in the AK. This is looking... I mean, they're still very far behind, but... Natsu, I think you actually coined the phrase "one round at a time" in a cast we did a long time ago. So, is that the mentality for TSM? What does that mean, one round at a time, for anyone who doesn't know?
Well, it's just like there's no other way to put it. You're 14-5 down. You just gotta think of it one round at a time. Go play by the book. What you have. Try to see, feel out what the opposing team is doing. Especially NIP. I feel like they're gonna keep on playing aggressively. So you want to take that middle area really slowly. You don't want to give those entry kills. Just that type of mentality.
Yeah, and I think anyone who isn't a professional player, all of us having our fun in matchmaking, know what it's like to be really, really far down. And obviously, one of the transitions, one of the many transitions, one of them definitely into being an actual professional player, is being able to forget the fact that you're 8 rounds behind and that things are looking very bad indeed. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for even professional players, but you know, it's something you just gotta build a thick skin.
Yeah. Well, new round starting up, the 21st here. NIP. Those entry frags have worked solidly for them in the first half. Second half, it's been a little bit more trading, a little bit more back and forth.
Yeah.
And TSM setting up in the middle.
I do like the fact that NIP didn't go for a force buy, because they got a lot of rounds to play with, so it's a good call for them to just have those 2 AK and M4 with armors, and the rest of them just buy pistols without armor.
Well, right now, it's just them waiting. You see Device setting up on short and hoping that someone's going to peek up from Goose. Flash over once, and then they don't see anyone, so they're just going to run for it. But they obviously will still check the corner eventually, so might be a bit of trouble coming in for Forrest here. Flash again, Cajun with the team kill. That's not really by the book either, and he get headshot by Get-Right, but he's finally going to get that kill in, and they go for the... Not quite the default. You can spot this from long. You can see for a moment he was thinking about it. Device with a good kill on Alu, and this is looking like a great round here from TSM. Device They should be able to clean up this kill, no problem here. And Exist still just dodging and diving. Now, you said TSM should be playing aggressively on the CT side. Same is true for NIP at this point, or what do you think? Is the passive play style going to be all right?
I'm quite sure NIP is going to play aggressively.
So, quite sure.
Quite sure.
Well, we'll find out. Do you have the inside information?
I may do.
You, I can't help but point out you used to be on a team with Alu. Is that where we're at? Is that where it's coming from?
No, well, I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think just we've been playing practice against these guys, and I know how the way Alu likes to play with the op and stuff. So I'm quite sure they will be playing aggressively. But that seems like they're going for the double eco here, with Alu just having the op.
The casual eco op, as we sometimes call it. You know, whenever you're really feeling it, just to, you get that AWP, try and see if you can smash them, and it's worked. It's worked in the past. Saving or having one AWP. TSM, they are really approaching this the most standard way that you possibly can. The standard split, you check upper dark, you check lower dark, you make sure no one's coming out long, quick, and then you slowly converge on the middle once you have that control. So that's just really basic stuff for TSM.
Yeah, that's choose a map where you do decisions based on what you see, what you hear, where you've noticed them do, if they're smoking long or not, if they have cat control or not. The type of map that really is for a lot of methodical plays.
What do you think about Freiburg spotting here? And Alu actually, he's not checking the corner right now. He's checked, but he's a little bit further back. And I mean, if they do make it out, if they flash their way out, then he's got Freiburg down there to help him out. And actually, he's going to be able to kill straight. And Freiburg there to help him in front. It's a stopgap if they do rush. Freiburg goes down. Still that one AWP left. They're actually not going to switch away from the AWP. TSM still want to keep pushing with 30 seconds left here. And they kill Alu, so it's a big opening. Now it should be all smooth riding from here on out.
They have 3 players already on the site, so it could turn out a bit scary for TSM.
Well, 5-7, this is one-shot range here for 5-7.
The time is running low, so it's getting scary at this point. It's very scary.
No, it goes down. Cajun gets the one. He has to either find the kill or plant the bomb. He's got the time for it as well, and there's the bomb plant, so good job on his part. And Forrest, very little health, goes down to Cajun. What a big opening, what a big round here. They're fighting one at a time. That's a quad kill, I believe, for Cajun B.
Yeah, nice play by Cajun, definitely. But it got a bit scary, like I said. There was a 3-man stack waiting for our TSM there. And Get Right just played it really smartly, getting that planner off. So
now, so if you're calling at this point, you know that they're ecoing. But you run long and you run into an AWP. Do you keep going against that AWP?
Well, they're not ecoing now, actually. They're buying. They're double AWP.
Oh, last round I meant.
Yeah, last round.
Yeah.
Alu. Nice pick by Alu. Usually against an eco, a long is actually a pretty good call. Because even if the CTs have an AWP, because it's more likely they're going to have a CT up around middle area than long.
But would you switch it once you run into the AWP? Try and go back B instead, or is that also a risk? Wait a minute, Get Right in the middle, got the grenade out. Kerrigan gets the kill there. Unfortunate timing for Get Right. And Exist flashing and falling back. If they'd rushed him, maybe they could have actually killed him, but they couldn't necessarily know that. Alu playing what we sometimes call the Fox position, and Sivnix goes down, and he's going to fall back. That's usually how you play, but you can tell he wanted more.
Definitely.
Device. Bit of a smoke on over just to try and stop anyone helping out. Alu missing a shot, so they might lose control of short right now, but as long as they got long, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's all right. They're 4 and 3 up. The retake on A side is a very doable retake.
We saw TSM in this situation a number of times when they were playing CT side, and actually it didn't work for them that often. So let's see if NIP are going to be better at it than their Danish counterparts. Device with a good opening. That's Alu gone down. Dupree, he's waiting for a call. He wants someone to help him out. Oh, but they're so fast. Device going to pick up one. Freiburg with a great double kill. Dupree, one more kill in here. And the bomb planted. Still being diffused. 2 seconds now. Oh, he's going to stop it. Freiburg. That is a very bold move, but it makes it work anyway. A great round for Freiburg. Triple kill in total, and 15-8. That's map point currently for NIP.
Yeah, that came down to the difference between NIP and TSM retake. Was it the terrorist side this time? TSM, even though Device did get 2 kills, but they just didn't have the same impact as the kills from Alu and Get Right, for example, on the effort plans from NIP did. So that was the main difference, really, pretty much.
Now the task ahead of TSM is 7 rounds in a row to try and get into overtime. Now, if we have to break down those 7 rounds, now, they're not all going to be buy rounds for NIP. I mean, if TSM start winning here, some of them are going to be eco rounds, so it's not necessarily the end of the world. It can actually be done. Obviously, if it was 7 straight buy rounds, I'd say NIP definitely have this.
Yeah, definitely. But right now, as it looks, NIP is very, very low on money. So should TSM win this round, that would possibly mean a double eco for NIP. So that would mean the game would be at 11-15 before the next buy.
Still not great for TSM, but it's doable.
That's doable, so yeah. But no, let's not get ahead of ourselves. They are in a mixed buy here. They do have a lot of nades to work with, so probably gonna see a execution here from TSM. Seems like it's going to be some kind of a cat push.
Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it? Sivnik's throwing the grenades out long, just trying to annoy Freiburg, who's down there. And up in A side, Malu's got the AWP ready and waiting. Doesn't hit the first shot then. Gonna go for a re-peek, and he goes down, but Get Right trades the kill very fast here. Pyjamas in hand, and they're gonna overwhelm him. Device doing great work up there. Taking down Get Right. It's going to be another bomb plant here. Looking good for TSM right now as Forrest goes down. Freiburg on 5 health, but he's got the double kill. Wow. Makes it a triple. It's almost unreal. Now Carrigan is going to try and clutch it. 1v2. He's got the Tech 9 bomb. It's already being defused. He's not realizing this could be the round here, and he goes down. He tried to do it, couldn't land the shot, and NIP are going to win Dust 2 for the first map in the last quarterfinals here. What a game it's been.
Yeah, that last round, Freiburg just beat Freiburg. Getting 3 kills with, like, what, 5 HP left? Wow. I just felt like NIP was just more on point, individual play. Like we talked before the match, this is not necessarily a match where we're going to see a lot of super different tactics. We saw a lot of methodical play, a lot of individual skill, and I think NIP just were better at that.
Now, I hate to give it to him, but I think there was one person on our panel desk who said, watch out for Forrest. There may have been Hiko. There may have been Hiko who came up with that one. So, you know, it's always hard giving those points over to Hiko. But Forrest had a really sick game as well.
Yeah.
What can they try and do? TSM here. They've got a bit of a break before the next map. What's the plan?
Just reset. Just reset. You know, forget about that ever happening, and then they're going to be playing Inferno next. I think it's a map that, you know, they like, but they're facing NIP that's been historically a very strong side on it. I believe NIP is starting at CT on Inferno, so they're not going to be having it easy, that's for sure. They really need to have a strong start on the second map, I believe, to gain some momentum, and that's going to be, I think that's the medicine here.
Well, we're about to find out. Before we get to it, we will go to just a short break, so we will be back in a few